Today, we are going to talk about a legendary family in Malaysia who are the biggest landowner in Penang and once owned more than half the land of Langkawi Island. The Boon family dynasty. Hey guys, it's HY, your investing friend. I always heard about this name Boon when I was little. I remember elders always mention about the sad incident every time we pass by the beach villa in Penang. Growing up knowing that Boon has always been a legend but didn't know what he actually do until I came across this book, Once Upon a Time in Bursa. Oi, ngami ah. This book tells interesting histories of Malaysian companies. Boon was an uneducated car mechanic, but that doesn't stop him from being the chosen one to bring Honda into Malaysia back in 1960s. In 1958, Boon was traveling in Japan and Yuanfen brings him to meet with Mr. Soichiro Honda. Then, Boon successfully bring in Honda to Malaysia and become the only and biggest distributor of Honda motors and cars. His company is called Oriental Holdings Berhad, which was listed on Bursa since 1964. Older than Malaysia. In the 1960s, owning a motor is very young. Every day, boom, boom. Best tool to tackle girls in that generation. Then from importing motor, Oriental started to build assembly plant and became the manufacturer of Honda in Malaysia. They caught the wave of Malaysian Asian tiger years and made lots and lots of money. And this gave them a solid foundation to diversify into other businesses. Palm oil businesses lah, hotel businesses lah, plastic businesses lah, healthcare lah. And that time, Malaysia land value is very cheap so Boon sapu all the land that he can buy. And from the book, it mentioned that when Boon passed by a land in Penang, he said, "Wow, this land jinja sui I bebo." Then his backyard happily tell him, "Tan Sri my zhou xiao land is land Boon got so many lands until he cannot remember. 10 fingers also cannot finish counting. Oriental used to disclose all their land and properties in the annual report, and that will take up 15 pages of the annual report. Now they just list the top 10 biggest properties only. And do you know what is the best part? Most of their lands and properties are valued more than 30 years ago. Means many of their land in Penang are valued back in the 1980s and 1990s. So if they decide to revalue them today, confirm kaboom! And when we look at their financials, this company is also in a super healthy financial position. They are sitting in a net cash of 3.6 billion ringgit. This is excluding their highly undervalued property of 3 billion ringgit. And today, their market cap is around 4 billion ringgit only. Some more, their other businesses and assets can generate around 300 million ringgit every year. So the question now is, why? Why Oriental Holdings Berhad is so undervalued? There are three main reasons. Number one, their management is not very aggressive in making their assets and money work. They just leave it there as cash and balance. They are not kanchong to use or develop them. Oriental Holdings Berhad is now managed by the third generation of the Boon family dynasty. Chinese always say that family wealth cannot last more than 3 generations. But I'm quite confident that Boon family is going to escape from this curse lah. Because of how conservative the third generation management are. Number two, Oriental don't have any sexy businesses. Most of their businesses like automotive, plantation, healthcare, hotel lah, are old and boring businesses. So investors are not excited to invest in this kind of businesses. But don't forget, even though these businesses are not sexy, it is still cash cow and still generates a lot of money, and the dividends are still growing consistently. Number three, this company share is not very liquid with quite low trading volume. The top 30 shareholders already own 80% of the company, and with Boon family owning 60% of the company, EPF hold 9%, and the rest owned by funds and smaller shareholders. So there are not much trading activities around this company. Having said that, like I said just now, Oriental holds a lot of lands in Penang. And Penang today is not the same Penang back in 1970s anymore. Malaysia is planning to go all out to improve our semiconductor business in Penang to another level. And Oriental that holds a lot of land in Penang will definitely benefit from this. At the end of the day, if you invested 10,000 ringgit in Oriental 20 years ago, today your 10,000 ringgit will become 25,000 ringgit, and on top of that, you will receive 16,000 ringgit in dividends. That is an average of 15.85% return every year, better than you invest in S&P 500 or US stock market. The author of this book, Once Upon a Time in Busan, said that he is going to invest in Oriental for his children because of 3 reasons. Number 1, honest management. Number 2, huge land bank and cash reserves. Number 3, solid businesses. So what do you think about this company? Before I end this video, I want to thank Tan Sri Siew for bringing Honda to Malaysia, building Lambwa E and Oriental Hospital, transforming the North Malaysia. Kam Sia Lu. Anyway, stay safe and stay strong investing. I will see you in my next video. Recently, scammers love to steal my video, so don't simply kena tipu. Okay? Bye bye.